What's up, Mush fam? This is Alex Dora coming at you live from the Mushroom Revival headquarters. Today we have an awesome video on cordyceps harvesting. So this is Cordyceps militaris, in culture, in jar. This is one we just pulled off the shells, and we have an awesome team today harvesting these mushrooms. This is ready to harvest because we can see the parathecium, the little bumps on the side of the stroma. So these parathecium, or little bumps, are the actual fruiting bodies or the actual mushrooms on the stroma. And these are little spore sacs, and they have these little pores where the spores come out of. And once those start developing, we know it's at its prime state, and it's reached its peak growth, and we're ready to harvest it. This takes around 2 months, 2.5 months from inoculation. We keep it in our dark incubation room for 2 weeks, and then move it out into the lights. And then 2 months later, we're ready to harvest. Everything is labeled with batch numbers, so we know when we inoculated it, when we harvested, everything is logged. Which a lot of mushroom companies don't even go through the process of making the fruit bodies themselves. So they'll use this bottom cake, which is mycelium on rice, and they'll let it grow out, and then they'll just blend up this bottom part. But a lot of the main active compounds are in the fruiting body, and with this bottom cake, you're just getting kind of a filler. So we grow the whole mushroom, and that's what we make our extracts out of, and that's what we sell with the dried Cordyceps militaris, so you get the best medicine possible. So after we harvest, we dehydrate these mushrooms, and we package them up, or make a tincture, liquid extract out of them with alcohol and hot water to get the full spectrum extracts. We use serve-safe practices, stainless steel tables. Everything is sanitized, everything is logged with batch numbers and everything. And sometimes, like if a jar that we're seeing on our shelves look really, really good, we're seeing good genetics, we're seeing that the whole jar is filled, it's looking really strong, really vigorous, we'll pull it off the shelf and we'll bring it back into our lab. And we can take, the biggest fruit body in the jar, the largest stroma, the largest cordyceps, take it off and take a scalpel and scrape off the spores or the parathecium onto an agar dish, and then we can see, from the agar dish what colony is growing fastest and which genetics do we want to keep moving forward with. With growing Cordyceps militaris, it senences really quick, it starts to pitter out, so we need to keep getting new genetics and keep the vigor alive. So let's take a look at our harvesting table and see how does Mushroom Revival harvest our Cordyceps. So we start the harvest by rolling out the carts full of our jars. We have the cordyceps growing on these cakes. We'll just knock it to loosen the cake. And then we want these to fruit again, so we can just undo the lid, kind of knock this out, stick our hand in and harvest from here. Once the cake is fully harvested, we can just knock it back into the jar and then put the lid back on, and we can put it back on the cart and roll it back into our fruiting room. These cakes will fruit again. We'll probably fruit them one more time, and then We can either eat these cakes or feed them to pigs, compost them, make new soil, give them back to the earth. So that's how we harvest here at Mushroom Revival. We're wearing beard nets, hair nets, gloves, everything is sterilized. So we're not contaminating anything that we are harvesting. So try it yourself. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. That's our cordyceps harvesting, and that's the process which we do to make these products like our cordyceps tincture, our dried cordyceps, mushroom bags, and even extracts like our Mush 7, which has the cordyceps in it. We are going through our organic certification, so we'll have a lot more products, a lot more blends coming out with the organic seal. Right now, our farm is the biggest in the Western world for Cordyceps militaris fruiting bodies, and soon to be the only certified organic on this half of the globe. So you can trust that our products are the best, and that we're giving you the most high quality medicine possible. So stay tuned, stay shroomed, subscribe to this video, like it, comment below, share with your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, spread the word, spread the spores, and keep at it. Much love, everyone.